Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the post-game press conference for the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifier Group A between Australia and Indonesia. Australia have defeated Indonesia here in Traralgon. We've got Coach Joaz winner for Indonesia and Prosper for Indonesia as well. They've joined us. I may ask you switch off your mobile phones. The press conference will be conducted in English. Johannes, can you give us some thoughts on the game?
Yeah. At the beginning, I talked to my player that the typical of Australia playing, they will play hard, they will play physical, and they will play really aggressive. So for the first contact, we cannot handle the physicality, we cannot handle the very aggressiveness. You know, they play very aggressive, and then we also need to secure the offensive rebound. That's three key for the game. And then, as you can see, they got 21 offensive rebound. They can convert like 26, and then we force us to make 17 to no 4. They convert the 21. This is all about. You know, we cannot keep up with the aggressiveness, cannot handle the pressure, so they push us out of the rhythm. But we try. You know, keep the comeback. You know, we try to. With the Leicester here, bring down the ball, bring the ball to the Leicester, try to make them double team, and then we try to get advantage from that side. But at the end, my player fight very hard. They keep trying. Then, I give them respect for my player.
Thank you, Coach. Lester, your thoughts on the game tonight?
Well, Australia, we all know what Australia is about. Number 5 in the world. You know, basically tonight, they came out, same thing like what Coach said, they came out, they were physical. Man, I haven't seen them shot like this. They shot the ball very well, you know, and they were double teaming, triple teaming, you know, like to be double teamed and triple teamed by the number 5, you know, in the world, number 5 team in the world is a testament to my hard work, of course. You know, but I just feel that, you know, we got a lot of work to do. You know, we got a lot of work to do, but the guys came out fighting. Shots that we usually hit, we just missed it. Sometimes it's like that. And I give my guys nothing but respect. Those guys that I stepped on the court with, nothing but respect for fighting and stuff like that, because we know who Australia is. So, you know.
Thank you, Lester. Just open up to questions in the room. Organ?
So obviously there's a basketball element to being doubled all the time, but what does it do to you mentally when you know that every time you get the ball on the block, they're going to send 1 or 2 extra guys to you?
You know, it's respect. You know, that's what it is. Even when they played me the 2 windows before, they did the same thing. I was just hitting the shots from outside, but it's respect. It's respect, and on top of that, mentally I'm just passing the ball. So my guys are going to hit the shots. Indonesia, we're known for shooting, you know, so I just kick the ball out. I'm very unselfish, so I'm going to kick the ball out.
Obviously, Australia is a very potent offensive team, so they're able to put points on the board. You guys had 4 points in the first quarter, but you guys picked up offensively in the second, third, and fourth. What do you feel changed for you guys that you guys were able to pick up your offensive potency?
I feel like it's just fighting. You know, at this point, you know, Australia's been doing this for decades, you know, so Indonesia, we just started like getting into the basketball. We just started working, you know, guys are improving, coaches are improving, you know, they're upping their game, you know, and a lot of the bosses, they're bringing a lot of, you know, pro staff to help improve the culture of basketball in Indonesia. So, you know, for us to go against a juggernaut like this and learn, we have to take this as a learning lesson, you know, and that's just basically what it is. This is a learning lesson for us, and we have Korea next, so we have to just continue to fight and continue to improve, you know, like, you know, years down the line from now on, I could see Indonesia moving up the standards, moving up the ladders. You know, we have coaches like this man right next to me, just a bunch of experienced people and people that are continuing to learn and people that are dedicated to Indonesian basketball. So,
Coach Lester speaks about, you know, learning lessons that you can take from this game. When you have a team that, you know, picks up full court and they apply so much pressure, What sort of development do you think your guys can take out of a contest like this?
That's what I said. The first one, you have to handle the pressure, you have to handle the physicality, and then actually the way we play also similar. The system we also have a similar, but Australia execute more the intensity there, the way they're running, they move the ball very fast, very very effective ball movement, and then I see that's the time we need to improve. The same, we have the same play, we have the same system, but the way execute is very very different. The intensity, the quick of the ball reversal there, and the way we come out from the screen, that's the thing we have to keep improving, keep to emphasize to the off player. This is we have to take it to another level, something like that.
We've seen over the past few years Indonesian basketball grow more and more. It's slow, but it is growing. What do you think is the next step for basketball in Indonesia to get to that next level and compete consistently in games like this?
Yeah, keep fighting hard, keep working hard, and then we have to develop also our basketball IQ, mental toughness. Still, just keep working hard.
Just finishing, how's the week been for the group to go on an international trip like this? Travelling out here to regional Victoria, what's it done for the group? What's the general vibe and energy with the group on the tour?
Sorry, can you repeat?
How's the group taken the road trip or taken the international trip?
Yeah, for us, this is this is what we have to do. We from Indonesia. We have to come here. This is part of the competition. The idea is we just come here, compete, try to do our best, try to compete with the best team in the world. So that's the way to level up our game. So don't think about anything else.
Cool. Thank you. This press conference has concluded. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Larry will give me a paper box. Deep and dark, yeah. It's a good job, yeah. It is what it is. You stayed for this? Right. Okay. So this is riveting stuff at 10:30. Yeah, it's just the there's always the man-child question mark, right? Like, is he just massive now? And yeah, he looks like a 27-year-old. Yeah, yeah. The shot's good. Yeah. Sorry, do you want to do it by yourself? All right.
Who's got kicked out of the other?
Well, I'm trying to.
Sean Sharp, let's go.
Jace, can we get any stats? Can you see if there's any stats in there?
What do you mean? You don't like the three-quarter stats?
That's 3/4 time. I reckon the coaches might. Thanks, mate. Gotta have stats.
That's a game, right? Like, yeah, that's crazy. 17-0. No points from turnovers. Second chance points. That's crazy.
The unders are pretty good.
Yeah. There's hard confidence about it. Like, I don't like. It's honestly crazy.
Robbie does a great job with them
How you balance like.
at home to come in. Like, it can go one or two ways. When you're up 30, it's like, oh, it's my time to cook out, or it's my time to
Yeah, like
take
feeling
it better. What is that?
It's like an old school dictaphone.
There you go. Dictaphone.
Dictaphone.
That's what it's called.
Can't say I've heard of it. Can't say I've
Gotta
heard
love
of it.
a-
Thanks, mate. That's elite.
Good hustle. Appreciate it.
Welcome back to the second part of this post-game press conference. We now have with us Jacob Chance and Nick Kay. Jacob, can you please give us some thoughts on the game?
Yeah, pleasing result. We've had a really good week. Like, these weeks are always really good fun, and yeah, obviously starting in Melbourne, come down to Traralgon, and the group's really bought into what playing for the Boomers is about. And you know, when you walk away and have 33 assists and 2 turnovers, and you move the ball, and thought we played really hard defensively and got to expose some of the young guys to what this is all about. Yeah, pretty successful night.
Fantastic. Nick, your thoughts on tonight?
Yeah, I love the way we came out from the get-go. Shots weren't necessarily falling, but our intent defensively was great. Offensively, I think we moved the ball really well and played very unselfishly. So that stuff that kind of you see being a Boomer and you see when you watch the Boomers play was out there on display tonight.
Fantastic. We'll open up questions to the media.
Jacob, what's the challenge in jumping out to an early lead in a game where you guys are the favourites? What's the challenge and how impressive is it to see guys continue to stay locked in for 40 minutes and to move the ball for 40 minutes and really like stay in the contest as opposed to sort of giving up and playing easy?
Yeah, we spoke about the start of the week was like the goal is to win 2 games, obviously, but it's not what you hold yourself accountable to. It was more about the expectation of what it means to play for Australia. And, I thought we delivered that message well, myself and the coaching staff and the players led by Nick and Nordo and Maka, who have been here before. Like, for the people of Traralgon, for people watching at home, for people, I see CG sitting on the court side tonight, for people who represent the Boomers, they don't necessarily care about the results. It's how you conduct yourself. And that's what we preached all week. It was for 40 minutes regardless of the scoreboard. And as you said, the guys really, that's the most pleasing thing about tonight. Young guys come in up 30, it can go either way, and they use it as their time to show they can really play the Boomer style of basketball.
What did you make of the performance of some of the new Boomers? Guys like Elijah, Isaac, Ben Christie, some of these guys. What did you think of their performance?
I thought they were all great. I mean, Ben, I wasn't sure if he was going to play or not. He was a little crook this morning at shoot around, and he came out and was an impact. It was really cool to watch. And I thought all the new guys, led by Fab and Whitey, obviously starting the game for us, were big. And the young guys that Robbie does a great job with at the shoot. I thought Luke is my first time being around him, and Emmett I didn't know much about before this trip. And again, I keep going back. They just came in and bought into what it was about, and we wanted to stay out of the way as a coaching staff and let these guys show their instincts, and you saw most of it tonight, which was pleasing.
Nick, this is a game where you guys have already qualified for the Asia Cup. It's in regional Victoria. A lot of people around Australian basketball are asking why. Like, why make the big trip to come play for Australia? Obviously, it's an honour every time, but Is there a reason why you chose to play in this window with this sort of team?
I mean, there are a lot of young guys, but saying that, it's seeing these guys for the first time, meeting these guys, and you kind of try to show them what Boomers culture is about, and then in 2-3 years, you see them back at the World Cup trainings and trials, and you see the growth that these guys have had and the potential that they've got out there, and it's just great to be a part of. It's just trying to give them just a little edge in terms of moving forward, and I mean, they've got a confidence about them, which I love to see, and I think it's just so fun to be a part of every time you get the chance to.
Jacob, you got to guess a good look at Pepper and DSav, and you obviously going to be trying to take him down in a week's time. Is that a little bit strange for you?
Not really. Like, it's I'm thankful that those guys elected to play, which is, it's a unique time of the year. This February window is always a challenge, but yeah, so pumped that they were happy to play tonight. And whenever you come into this environment, it's just everything kind of goes out the window. I spoke to the guys about it at the start of the week, like, even whether it's personal stuff, it's a safe space to just come in and put all the NBL stuff aside, put the rest of your professional career aside, just lock into being a Boomer for a week. And yeah, as of I'm aware, they're wearing green and gold right now, and I'm with them, and we'll move on to what's next after. But yeah, both those guys were super impressive tonight.
You've got a legion of assistants, mate. I think you've got 4 or 5 assistants there. They're all at some pretty good basketball minds on that staff. And you talk a bit about how easy, they make your job, I guess.
Yep.
When it comes in, I suppose you've got a very short prep time.
Yeah, I was pretty thankful publicly to Basketball Australia for putting me in this spot. I think it's really important to support young Australian coaches, and they could have easily gone another direction, and to back me in firstly, but then also support me when Jack Fleming, who went to Japan with Dino and Kerry, Keegan and Luke, Brennan, did so much work for us at the World Cup and the Olympics. Like, a lot of people saw Capes, Nelly, myself, and DP, but we had like 9 or 10 coaches in Australia chipping away, and I was really passionate about rewarding those guys and to get them a chance on the bench tonight. And obviously Kerry and Robbie do continuously good work for us, and I'm really thankful to Jace and Scriv and everyone at BA, because it's such an important pathway for players, but for us coaches too, to experience this stuff's really important.
Nick, Big Lester looked like a load down low, mate. He's had arms like tree trunks, mate. Talk to us a bit about, dealing with him. I think he had 18 and 14 and 6 or something.
Yeah, obviously he's a good player. We knew he was going to be a primary focus for them. Tried to do a job of trying to trap him a little bit down there and try to get it out of his hands, but obviously when you've got that size, you can make some passes out of it. So areas of improvement for us, obviously our ability to handle that kind of thing, and obviously towards the end, Ben started battling one-on-one as well. So we just want to get better each day. We showed it out on the court today that we tried to improve throughout the quarters, and obviously the next game is going to be a big game for us as well. So definitely a lot of learning points, and that's something that we're going to have to be good at for the next game.
Help give us an understanding, I guess, of, like people who don't know, these two teams. What's the difference between, we've been able to watch Indonesia tonight, playing Thailand on the weekend. How do they differ in terms of playing style and match-up and what you need to do?
Yeah, I mean, both teams have some similarities and some differences. Obviously, Thailand from the last game have a lot of good guards that can, if you let them play comfortable, they can hit shots. They're going to make life tough, and they've also got a big down low who's pretty skilled as well. So it's going to be a challenge. Obviously, it's nice that we don't have to do the travel this time, so we've got a little bit more time for prep and that. And as tonight, we had 12 guys step on the floor and contribute. We're going to need that again.
Chancellor, can you give us an idea of how much of an asset Nick is in a week like this with, your first Boomers head coaching job in Australia, just to have someone like him to lean on when you have so many new Boomers as well?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Like, he puts his hand up every time. Like, literally the morning after we finished in Korea, he was like, I'll see you in February. Like, he's locked in. It's awesome to look at a spreadsheet when I had 42 names and no one logged in, but Kay was just sitting there the whole time. And what he does for this program is, it's unbelievable. And these windows are really important. Like, they're, we're going to get caught out one day, maybe, I hope not, but it's really important in terms of qualification and how it can set you up for bigger tournaments. And to have Nick and then Nordo and Maka, and we get CG and DJ last trip, so important. And yeah, I love watching, I just love sitting there watching Emmett work out with Nick. And it's like, this is a guy who's maxed out his career, continues to max out his career, and these young guys just get little drip-fed moments to work out with them. You know, Firth gets an opportunity to work out with CG when we were away last time, and it's so important for the future of the sport. And you know, I was really excited when I got this 12 in the room, how much depth we have in our country, like with everything going on in terms of guys getting injuries and surgeries and other jobs and NBL playoffs and overseas. But to have this much talent in the room and to have a guy like Nick lead it is just, it makes it really easy for me, and I'm stoked he keeps rocking up. I get to see Gramps too, which is always good.
Always good.
Nick, you look leaner than I think we've ever seen you. Is this? Am I seeing things? Is this on purpose? And is there a reason why it seems like you're leaning out a little bit?
Not intentional. Obviously, just a lot of games in Japan, so kind of a little less time in the weight room right now. But come off season, I'll hopefully put on a little bit more and be able to get back to where I want to be. So.
That concludes the press conference. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Appreciate it, guys.
Cheers, gents.
Appreciate it. I wouldn't mind a couple more kilos.
Well, he's playing the 3 all year in Shimane, man. He comes here and plays the 4 and 5. Yeah.
And like I said, like the way Japan's going right now, like I'm starting the game at a 3, then jumping to the 5. So it's kind of like I barely play 4 over there right now. It's so weird. But no, it's good. I do it.
Thanks, gents.
Thanks, guys.